You are now entering the Rawrr Zone.
USO 82.3 FM, we're the independent artists. Now streaming on all smart TVs. Just add the Live 365 channel and search PUSO. PUSO 82.3 FM, where the independent artists are the stars.
You're now listening to the Evening Rush Network.
Overcoming every demon, every lie spent. Devil thought he had me, you would think that I was tired tripping. So you know I'm coming with the heat like it's July with it. 2025 had a little bit of pride to it. I was fighting with the flesh, I had to die to it. Difference between a blessing and a curse that is fine to me. You just gotta vibe to it, baby. It's a new year, happy new year. Tell them it's a new you, what it do, yeah. If you stepping out on faith, you deserve a new pair. If it wasn't for his grace, would you even be here? Run over and do, baby, who cares? He gon' work it out for you, living proof, yeah. Devil out of news, Jesus cutting loose, yeah. Now I'm walking in the truth, let me introduce, yeah, yeah. I don't ever gotta worry about it. He gon' handle it like he don't play about me. If he said it, he gon' stand on it like you don't know my Lord. Yeah, my God, he my champion. Any weapon from against me finna cancel it. Two-stepping, baby, I'ma put a dance on it like I don't ever gotta worry about it. He gon' handle it like you don't play about me. If he said it, he gon' stand on it like you don't know my Lord. Yeah, my God, he my champion. Any weapon from against me finna cancel it. Two-stepping, baby, I'ma put a dance on it like.
He said no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So I laid it at his feet and at the altar. And anytime I'm feeling weak, I close my eyes and bow my head. Cause we all know he don't play about his daughters. And I ain't never played about my father. Just need a bit more faith to go hard. If he said it, then he meant it. Said he do it and he did it right. So now we really moving smarter. This that feel good music, make you heal good music. This that sing because I'm happy and I still good music. Holy Spirit, feel better than the real good music. When the views don't mean nothing and he still gon' use it. What you know about your faith, making you a champion. Almost giving up, but you knew that he would handle it. I'm back and better than he there when no one understands. So name a better friend, I placed it in his hands.
I don't ever gotta worry about it. He gon' handle it like you don't play about me. If he said it, he gon' stand on it like you don't know my Lord. Yeah, my God, he my champion. Any weapon from against me finna cancel it. Two-stepping, baby, I'ma put a dance on it like I don't ever gotta worry about it. He gon' handle it like you don't play about me. If he said it, he gon' stand on it like you don't know my Lord. Yeah, my God, he my champion. Any weapon from against me finna cancel it. Two-stepping, baby, I'ma put a dance on it like I don't ever gotta worry about it. He gon' handle it like he don't play about me. If he said it, he gon' stand on it like you don't know my Lord. Yeah, my God, he my champion. Any weapon from against me finna cancel it. Two-stepping, baby, I'ma put a dance on it like.
What's up, world? Your homegirl, Ivy, Katie, whatever you want to call me. We are here. This is welcome to the Raw Zone. It is our fucking birthday, and Josh decided to get me on camera. But don't worry, Josh, we still in the intro part, so no one sees our face. You can find us everywhere at but start getting ready. You can find us everywhere at www.rawrzonenyc.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube at rawzonenyc. We are live on our radio homes of Puso 82.3 FM each and every Wednesday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the Evening Rush Network every Friday night at 10 p.m. EST. And of course, you can stream us on Spotify, podcast, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get that podcast fix of yours. We are proudly sponsored by, let me pull this up, the PNSBC. Shout out to Phipps Neighborhood Spring Basketball Classic, bringing together the top tier school players from across New York City. The league emphasizes competition, education, community service, and personal growth, preparing players to succeed both on and off the court. And all games could be streamed on their YouTube at www.youtube.com/@PNSBC The League. Guys, if you want to promote your brand with Welcome to the Raw Zone, partner with us and reach listeners in over 150 countries with 20,000 plus listeners across all of our platforms. And if you want to be featured on our Raw Zone picks, want to be added into rotation, just email us at mnrawrbookings@gmail.com. Whew. We are on the road. Listen, man, I be doing this every week, bro. In the words of Ace Bradley, I don't know if a pot smoking hippie got the lung capacity for all of this, but we are on the road to the Give Back. Thank you to everyone that participated in part of our 2025 Give Back, Sean, including our guest who's here with me today. Whether you donated, shared, prepared, volunteered, or simply showed love and support, because of you, we are at $5,200 out of $10,000 raised. Every dollar raised is raised on behalf of Sean Seguid and his fight against sarcoma. Sean was diagnosed with an extremely rare and aggressive cancer called intimal sarcoma of the pulmonary artery and lungs, a cancer so rare that fewer than 130 cases have been reported worldwide. It is a cancer that hides within blood clots, often detected by scans, and is tragically discovered before it's too late. In Sean's case, it was found during emergency open heart surgery and lung surgery that ultimately saved his life long enough for him to fight, advocate, and educate an entire community about a cancer people have never heard of. Sarcoma as a whole is considered a forgotten cancer. It makes up 1% of adult cancers, yet it impacts both adults and children. Symptoms are often mistaken for everyday aches and injuries, which delays diagnosis and treatment. This is why our mission matters and awareness matters. Through our Give Back, we proudly raise funds for the Sarcoma Foundation of America, supporting research, treatment, and resources for patients, families, and caregivers. We also use this initiative to honor Kelly, a sarcoma warrior who had joined us on Welcome to the Raw Zone, and we met her in the Race to Cure Sarcoma in Philly. She was battling sarcoma on and off for a total of 10 years before she lost her battle in September of 2025. Her strength, joy, and spirit continue to inspire everything we do. Our next event is May 30th at Sanger Hall, our road to the Give Back. Like we always do, we give back to our musical community and those who lend their voices. We have three amazing judges. We got DJ Jeevis from DigiWax. We have Miss Krista B. And we have, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Hollywood Ace Bradley. We're giving opportunities for photo shoots. We're giving opportunities for on-location interviews to the artists, because we're not just giving back to the SFA. We're also giving back to the artists. Whew. We're really just getting started. But please, if you're interested in performing, email us, DM us, either at Rockview Promo or Ivy Productions. Whew. Without further ado, this man here was supposed to originally shoot a podcast with somebody else, and Now we are here in the Raw Zone. This man just put out that banging song you just heard. I don't know if the world is ready to really hear who's really behind the vocals, right? Are y'all ready? Are y'all mofos ready? I'm trying not to curse and keeping the momentum going because I know mommy's still in the house. But guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I now present to you the one and only Josh Banton.
What's going on? It's your boy Josh Banton, and
So it's in the circle layout, and now the circle layout makes us look so much better than it did when it was in the horizontal layout. I'm kind of geeking out right now. But guys, you are not imagining we are here in HQ. We're sitting, we're recording. Like we said, it was our 9th anniversary. Well, technically in 2 days, but we are recording on the 1st. This is probably going to come out after that. So, happy birthday, Rawrrzone.
happy birthday for sure. Absolutely.
So what better way to celebrate than to have someone who's been on for all phases of this damn show?
Would you really say that?
Monday Night Raw.
Right.
Welcome to the Rawrrzone in DTF.
Right.
Welcome to the Rawrrzone Virtual.
Oh my God. Do you remember it's probably somewhere on YouTube, but remember when I had this when I was like really taking a full hiatus off. I don't even know why you had me on your show. But
I missed you and you owed me food.
You had me on your show. This was like years ago. And like I literally was like talking to it. Like I was walking around my job, bro. That's how bad it was. I was walking around my job. I think I had made a stop in the bathroom so I didn't interrupt nobody. I was in the law office at the time, bro. Like that's crazy. And now look.
Now we're here.
We got stuff to promote. We got stuff to talk about.
My boy's all grown up.
A lot has changed. I have a wife. I have kids now. Because at that time, I was no responsibility at all. You feel me? But yeah, man, we here for sure. Glad to be here again.
So we literally just came off of the virtual press event.
Oh man.
And you know it's been real if we had to do this as a pre-record.
This just means we working. You feel what I'm saying? This just means, you know what I mean? We just doing a whole bunch of media. We blitzing everything. We trying to push the message out. And, you know, I'm glad that we was able to get that out the way. Oh, my goodness. That was such a really dope experience for real. Shout out to you for setting that up. Like, y'all don't even know. That was done within like a week, probably less than. And we had about maybe a little bit over 30 plus people in there. And she was able to get like that same amount of number locked in within a week. Like, she's a beast. For real, bro. She's really a whole beast. Came up with the whole idea herself and stuff like that. It's time you get your flowers for sure. Hit the clap button for you. Hit it. That's not the clap button, man.
Don't let me be great.
Golly, Katie, Jesus, man.
Well, don't blame me. Blame StreamYard and Vince McMahon.
Well, who gotta press the button?
I did. I pressed the applause button and the explosion button happened.
I don't think you know your buttons.
I can read. Thank you.
You don't know your buttons. It's all right. Go ahead. This is already starting off.
I mean, listen.
It's going to hell.
At least we played the song, though.
It's going to hell. Go ahead.
But being that we sat here over the years, and I've seen how Akira turned you, you know, from being in a collective.
Oh, we starting with that bald fraud already? Okay.
I'm starting with it because you're now doing your. I'm not sure if you did media runs in that form while you were in VDP, but how did it feel now? If this was your first press type of event, how did that feel, especially now that you're in this space as a solo artist?
I mean, you know, it was just like it was really dope because, like, I guess I don't know. I think Akira prepared us, but one of the things that I really do truly give credit to be prepared for moments like this, which was like completely new for me and stuff like that, is just really being a fan of media and intaking media from interviews to, just like, TV appearances on like 106 in Park. Like I would literally as a kid, like watching 106 in Park, TRL, MTV, anything like that, like VH1, like when these artists would go on these platforms and like the host would ask them questions, I would mute the TV. I'm a kid, by the way. I would mute the TV, listen to that question, and then try to answer it myself, how I would answer it. You feel what I'm saying? And I still do this. I still do that to this day. It's like my way of staying sharp. It's my way of like just always being ready for questions. Always kind of challenging myself to now be like, how do I answer it as in this season of my life, and just testing out the way that I go about questions and go about communication, how to articulate myself. If there's a point that I'm trying to make, making sure that I'm not necessarily beating around the bush, not providing too much context, but just enough to get the point across. And then there's just so much things. And so I think, how we got to this point is just really just, I don't know, just really just being in love with the art of dialogue and loving to explain and to provide insight and clarity about who I am as an artist, where I am in my artistry. And I think in this moment as a solo artist and doing what we just did in regards to the virtual live event, it just made for a moment that I found myself truly ready for, but truly grateful for at the same time,
Who is Josh in 2026?
Josh is a believer, follower of Jesus Christ, a husband, a father, someone who is very creative, but now has a sense of purpose, very much resilient. And I saw like, I think it was probably on your platform or something. I think you had asked me some interviews ago about like, what's the legacy I want to leave? And I think I had said something about just being resilient. And it's like, that was like in the early, I forgot what year it was, but it popped up in my memory. So it was old.
Were we in Singer or were we in virtual?
I don't remember. But it literally it's like, it's a blur right now. It literally just happened, but it was like a while ago to look back and be like, oh shoot, like, yeah, because there's been so much in my life that has happened to make anyone quit, and to stop this journey, and to see that I'm still here, and not only still here, but now low key, I feel like I'm in my prime, and knowing that I'm still just getting started at the same time, because it's like, I'm like, solo years, it's pretty new, but as you know, I've been doing music for like my whole life. You feel what I'm saying? So it just feels weird, but it feels dope. And I think who I am now is just someone that is just very much not compromising his authenticity and his peace and his identity as just someone that's trying to just be genuine and wanting to be obedient and serve in the best way I can, and to push the message of hope and in a world that's just, divided and cruel and dark,
So I'm going to ask this, and I know I'm going to record your reaction to it because I feel like this is...
Can you do that? I'm playing. God.
I will.
This is what y'all call, this is what you call multimedia, y'all. Multimedia
this
is
called
insane.
what it's like to deal with me on a daily basis.
Okay.
If you had to describe Josh Banton as a Pokemon that evolves in different stages, right? What Pokemon would you be, and where would Josh Banton VDP be? Where would Josh Banton temperature era be, and where would you be now with Stand On It? I told you it was a good one. I told you it was a good one.
No, this is silly. This
it's
is
silly,
really
but it's
silly.
It's real.
I don't know.
It's real.
I don't know, man. I would say, you know what? I don't know if I can answer all the questions like that. I'll just say, if you're talking about,
Because you're definitely not a Snorlax.
no, I would definitely say I think you start off with Charmander, and I think you go to Charizard. I think, right? Charmeleon, and then you go to Charizard. So yeah, I think those are the 3 stages of Josh Banton and my music career, because I think, you start off with someone who's just very like naive to the world, very like new and green, but still has like this ferocity to him, this fiery, type of edge to him, where it's just like, hey yo, like he's cool, he's chill, you know what I mean? He's very like, to himself and stuff like that, but like, you put him in the booth, you put him in you put his pen to paper and stuff like that, you gonna get something. You could probably get burned if you ain't careful. Charmeleon would be like 2025. It's like someone that's like, okay, he's starting to get his feet starting to plant, you know what I mean? Or at least what he thought, and it's like, okay, he's starting to get a little bit dangerous and stuff like that. And starting to really know about his whereabouts and everything, and trying to navigate this whole thing, this industry that we blindly love sometimes, man. And then this state right here is definitely Charizard, because honestly, now we soar, and now there's a maturity, there's this thing that's solidified now. There's a foundation. And he's also dangerous, but he doesn't have to do much to show that. You feel what I'm saying? It's like he can just exist. And for me personally, this time it's dangerous with a purpose. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, for sure.
See, you like what I did there though, because the Charmeleon had to assimilate and camouflage into the.
I mean, what you did was, I feel like people who are true Pokemon fans, what you did was you probably embarrassed me, because I feel like they're gonna be like, dude, ain't none of that happened with these Pokemon, bro. What you talking about? And that's how long it's been a minute. But Charmander and turn to Charizard, those are my 2 favorite besides Pikachu and Squirtle. I was a fan like the original, the OGs.
Oh yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about these new Pokemon these days.
I be playing Pokemon Go, and I be looking at some of the things, right?
You still play Pokemon Go?
I've been doing it more so lately now that I'm back on like the trains and I feel better enough to actually walk around places.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay. And then I'll look at it, and first of all, why is there a fucking flamingo in the goddamn Pokemon? There's 4 types of dogs as different types of Pokemon. Yeah, you still don't have a Chihuahua.
So, okay. So I'm going to let you go off.
Bro, they got into the point where it even goes as deep as outer space type of aliens. Zapdos looks orange, bro. It doesn't even look like Zapdos anymore.
The only outer space thing I know is Mewtwo. For real.
And that's normal.
That's normal. That says a lot about where we are in this generation of Pokemon.
Like, it's so...
R.I.P. Ash.
No, seriously. Poor Ash.
Pouring out for Ash, for real.
Yo, we so old, though. I'm as old as Pokemon. It's not.
It's okay. It's all right, for sure. It's all right. I literally can't do... I don't know. Like, I used to be an avid Pokemon Go gamer, and then at some point, it just like everything, it just kind of faded away, and I never returned back. I didn't even know people still play that.
I do it to honestly see how much I walk, even though I know there's the apps and everything.
So wait, hold on. So in 2026, being that, like, I feel like maybe it's just my experience, but like now knowing that people still play it, as you said, do you still find yourself in 2026 battling people? Have you battled somebody?
Like on a 1v1? No. I've been battling the Team Rocket people on that they still have the grunt and the boss.
Okay, but you haven't you haven't battled someone in
like I think I did those trainer battles, and they're okay, but then they're pussies because then they keep putting their shield on until they run out, and I'm just like, that's not fun. Let me fucking hit you, bro.
Okay. Okay. That's one way to put it. I have not been invested in that in a long time for sure. No.
I still play the Mario Kart for the phone.
I'm trying to see that Super Mario Galaxy movie though. My boy just literally came out. It seems like he came out like an early screening because today is Wednesday. Mm-hmm. So you see like he came out with his early screening with his kid. He said he liked it a lot. He said his kids liked it a lot. And at that point, I'm like, as a parent, as much as I'm a fan of the Mario franchise, at least now as a parent, like the movie is good if my kids enjoy it, even if it's not. If they enjoy it.
But I thought the first movie was good.
The first one was actually pretty cool, but they wasn't old enough to like truly appreciate it. They just watched the first movie about 2 weeks ago. So that movie been out for 2 years now. JoJo.
Jack Black.
Oh, Jack Black. Peach. It's so cool. I don't even know the words. And then they do like peaches. Yeah. Sorry. That was. The funny thing is, like, I didn't like it at first, and then like I just like anything,
it grows on you.
It truly just infected my whole mind. So for sure, it just did. It did. I don't even know if I'm blocking the camera. My fault, y'all.
If you know me and Josh, we also are very big fans of just entertainment in general. Mm-hmm. So Josh is probably the only person that can sit here and talk about random entertainment stuff for hours. Mm-hmm.
And pop culture for sure.
Before we segue into more about Josh, though, how did you see? Because I've been meaning to talk to somebody about it. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago, they were saying there was a picture floating around and they said it was Jim Carrey. It wasn't Jim Carrey. Mm-hmm. Did you think it was Jim Carrey?
I think...
Because the Caucasians do get old. I am one of them. So I do say they can grow old and look as bad as that. They
do get old. And then there was also like a situation where I think maybe like a month or something ago, he didn't look like that. That's, I don't go as far. Listen, you never know in this world anymore, like what is true and what's not. I don't lean into conspiracy theories.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if we've learned anything from Chadwick. But I don't lean into conspiracy theories. If I think I would like to assume that maybe he had a bad makeup day or, maybe something's going on with him physically and stuff like that.
Like Ozzy.
Probably. But yeah, man, I don't know. I like to think that was Jim. And, that's just maybe a little different, you know what I mean, in the face. Maybe he got some work done, you know what I mean? Like, that's not above anyone in Hollywood. So, there's so many things, but I don't tend to lean into the conspiracy theories of it all. That's just me. I didn't even believe when Jamie Foxx was going through what he was going through. I didn't believe that he got cloned either. I was just like, listen, if it is, it is. We won't know, and that doesn't necessarily affect my household or my income. So it's like I don't really too much invest into it. But like, I personally just thought that the man been through a lot medically. If he looks a little different, yeah, that's probably what will happen. You feel what I'm saying? So, you just I don't know. I don't put too much stock into those things. But I would like to think it's them.
Just protect our legends, please.
Absolutely.
Like, protect Jim Carrey. Protect Mr. Feeney. He just made it to 99.
99, man. Shout out Mr. Feeney, bro.
Bro, William Daniels.
If y'all don't know Boy Meets World, bro, that's insane.
And if you don't know Boy Meets World, that's horrible. Then we really old.
Or just people are too young. I don't think it needs to be a highlight on our age. I think it needs to be a highlight on just the fact that their parents were lazy. They didn't want to have babies earlier. And so you missed out on, and their grandparents were lazy, but like you missed out on a really good time in the world. Because now what do you have? I don't think you have much today. I feel like I'm trying, I'm like any parent that I know that's really in their child life, and you black, you putting your kids on to the classic. You throw on some little stuff here, maybe some Miss Rachel here, but you ain't playing that new stuff, bro. Like anyone that's like really involved, like you finna give them the classics, because this joint ain't nothing out here for people. I'm sorry, I'm going on a whole rant, but yeah,
No, that's fine.
for sure.
There's nothing even like I be watching my procedural dramas. Like I'll be watching the Law and Order, the Chicago's. Because I should have watched the Watch Along with You. I know. But when you think about it, there's not a lot of good TV anymore.
Right.
Unless you go back and rewind.
Yeah, I mean, nostalgia is like, the other day, they just celebrated 20 years of the Hannah Montana joint.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't watch it yet.
Neither did I.
But like just to know that that apparently that was I think they raked in about 6.8 million viewers.
And they have a whole thing, and I think it was in the city, like a whole pop-up.
Yeah, it was a big thing, and I was just like, that just shows you, one, how much people grew up on that, but I think honestly that's like a identifier, just like how much people are craving nostalgia and craving a better time, especially in today's world. Yeah, for sure, absolutely, without a doubt.
It's so weird how it's been 20. It still feels like yesterday. That's the thing that it seems like yesterday we grew up on this stuff.
I mean, I wish it was just yesterday.
I wish it was yesterday, but it wasn't yesterday.
Like when you think you really woke up a lot of night, you woke up a lot of days. Like we like to put things in decades and all this type of stuff. Like, nah, you woke up a lot of days and been on this earth a lot of days, and to think that so many things have happened each day, so many things have came and gone each day. Like you wake up, Hannah Montana is the new thing, and then you wake up, Ant Farm. And then you wake up, you don't recognize anything on Disney no more. And now we going into like Real Housewives. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, it's just
News TV.
Bro, like whatever it is, bro, it's insane, bro. It's really insane. But I'm getting on my old man soapbox. I don't want to get too far into that. You kids get off my lawn. Like I'm not there. I don't want to be there.
I watch Frasier. I love that show.
That missed me. I
think you have so people need to have a taste for it, right? And I'm not saying, because a lot of people will go and say, oh, it's a white thing. I'm like, I don't think it's a white thing, but I think you have to really like. So the show itself pokes a lot into the LGBTQ community in a way where it's not demeaning it, obviously. It's celebrating, because half of the cast of Frasier was gay. The father, John Maloney, was gay. David Hyde Pierce, the person that played Bulldog, and Gil Chesterton. And they were clapping back at all the stereotypes. And when I'm growing up, I didn't realize it. I just thought it was just funny, people talking shit. And you catch the other comical references. But when you look at it, I'm like, oh, you really clapping back over certain things. So I think it's just a way, like, it's when it comes to shows like Frasier, people got to see it beyond what Kelsey Grammer also did with Cheers, because Cheers was an entirely different ball game.
Miss me with Cheers too. Sorry. I'll tell you
Cheers is before both of us, bro.
The whitest thing that I've watched, and I know you just said it's not necessarily like white, whatever, but it is though to some degree. Like the whitest thing that I'll religiously watch at like once a year is How I Met Your Mother.
Oh my God, I did that binge.
I'll do that binge every year. Every year. It's a really. I've never watched Friends, but I'll always say it's better than Friends, even though I've never watched Friends.
No, it is. I've seen both. It is.
It's just the comedy was just different. It wouldn't live today, but it definitely was just different. And Barney was just. It's just insane how they play characters. Like they just amp it up. This caricatures of people in real life, and it's just kind of like. It was just great writing. Yeah, and sure, everyone says.
Like it better explain the times.
I mean, everything was. I feel like everything was made for the times. You know what I mean? Like wherever time that we're in, and whatever TV show is like the popular thing in that zeitgeist or movie in that zeitgeist. I think it's literally reflective and about the time that it was in. So absolutely. But I just think it was just a very interesting time, and it was just fun. It was a fun time where everyone didn't take things too seriously. You could laugh at yourself, you could laugh at others. But yeah.
I was watching a clip, and it was at one of the cons, and it was Neil Patrick Harris, and they were calling it like they read out a page from his playbook, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they called it the Neil Patrick Harris or some shit like that. And the guy was just telling all these things, and in the end, it's like, you take her home and show her where the Matterhorn is. Can I get a high five? And all you see, I'd never seen Neil Patrick Harris smile so big that he got up from the con and went to go.
Oh yeah. I remember this clip. Oh yeah. He ran, yeah, because he was on the panel. He was sitting on the stage or whatever, and he said high five. And he literally ran to get that high five. Oh my god,
it was so well sought out.
Oh, it was done. It was perfect. I haven't seen that clip in years, but yeah, I remember that clip now for sure. Yeah,
I gotta edit that in here somehow.
Yeah, that was a perfect. Oh yeah. I don't remember what. That was a really good clip. Oh my gosh.
The perfect blend of like fandom between the artist that did it and the act and how people perceive it.
That's how you know you did your character justice, man. When it transcends the show. 100%.
So, talking about perceiving, right? You took a very radical change in your music since Caribbean Girls and Temperature. Now, I knew this was going to happen. The people close to you knew that was going to happen. How was the reception outside the moment you dropped the truck in Christmas?
Oh, I mean, I think people were surprised, but I think the response was very receiving, very welcoming, rather. Very much like, and what I found was people, I didn't even know people liked country until I dropped it. Like, because the music that I was doing like Caribbean and, even my unreleased stuff was like very much urban influence and stuff like that, R&B and everything like that. So I feel like the people that were following me were pretty much the lovers of that, you know what I mean? And, and just like that was it. But when I dropped Truck and Christmas, like I got people that were like, yo, like, I love country and this is really dope. And, it wasn't even, it was interesting because I even have a video of like reactors reacting to the song. And it's like you could just see their face just kind of perk up because it was just like, oh, especially because the song just kind of starts. It doesn't even like have a chance to breathe in the intro. It just kind of starts. See, I've been on the road for months. Like, it just kind of starts there, and everybody's just like, excuse me? You feel what I'm saying? And then you just kind of
because he was on the road for months, just saying.
Oh yeah, and I think the people that knew me, especially, like, oh shoot, like, I didn't know that I can care so much about a trucking song. But then you realize that this song is written from a trucker's perspective by a trucker and for truckers, but it's also for the working man, the working woman who has loved ones or responsibilities or things that they got to do, and they can't be with them for the holidays, And so Trucking Christmas was definitely like, people were surprised, but the reception was just very much welcoming. It was just like, okay, cool. Like, you found a way for me to like country, and I'll take it. And I think that's been my cross to bear, but also like a privilege to always try to find and break that code every time. If I'm doing like a different genre, if I'm doing music in general, it's just like, how do I find ways to engage? Something that probably wouldn't be engaged from me otherwise. So yeah.
So when you released the Trucking Christmas, you were going through a very trying time.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to obviously get into it, but at one point did you have that moment of clarity, right, where you realized that you were gonna push forward with a new era with Stand on It and songs you've been putting out that's similar?
I mean, I've said it, and I'll keep saying it. Like this idea of like really going to God about it and just trying to figure out, like, Lord, like I'm drowning here, like, or I'm confused, I'm lost. I don't know what to do in my music because it feels like it's hurting people, and it feels like it's, hurting certain people in my life, and just like there's a lot of things that's just kind of like not resonating well when it comes to inside, like, my household and stuff. And I'm just trying to be the best that I can be. And I feel like I want to use this gift, but I feel like it's causing more harm than good. And I think, I know that he spoke to me in that moment. He said, change the message and I'll bless the music. And honestly, like, that was the moment for me that just kind of really provide. I mean, I was still kind of confused, but it was the first time that I got clarity as to like, oh, this is an instruction. How do I respond to said instruction that I heard now? You know what I mean? And so that's just what it was. And I think it revealed itself how it did, and to how we got here to stand on it and instead of Trucking Christmas and everything like that. But yeah, man, at the time I was just going through a lot, and that was just the words that really kind of settled me, but also set me into a trajectory like we have now, and I haven't looked back since.
Being in this new era, what part of your artistry do you feel like is finally being understood by your fans?
I would hope. I don't know. I mean, I guess people are realizing that I'm versatile. Other than that, I don't know, like, and like, it's one of those things where it's like I'm still kind of listening for what it is, but at the end of the day too, it's like, whether or not they acknowledge the versatility or the rapping ability or whatever, or the singing and stuff like that, I just think the fact that they're still listening to me in my many phases. Ironically, it's only like been 4 songs, but like each song it felt like came with a phase, and I think that they're just really supportive and really open to the way I hear music and how I want to deliver music, and so I'm just grateful for that. But I don't know, man. I've been seeing receptions on just how versatile I am so far, but other than that, I can't really tell you the general consensus.
Walk me through the actual creative process of putting this song out, because you've been telling me for a while this is going to be it. This is it. This is the song. This is it. Take me through that process.
Take you through that. I mean, I would say, yeah. So when I wrote it, all I knew was I needed to get to a studio ASAP. Not in order. I needed to get to a studio ASAP, and I need jazz on this song. It was probably vice versa. It was like, get Jazzy J, Stand on It, out now, featuring Jazzy J, really dope artist from LA, and really dope artist from Arizona, based out in LA right about now. But yeah, like, first thing was to get her on the song, and then get to a studio to record. And I've been saying, like, I didn't want to drop anything top of the quarter. First thing I thought about was dropping it, because I was just like, this is a message right now. This is something that I'm different. This was something that was like very passionate and very fiery in me, something that I've never experienced before to this extent. Like, you know, and so we dropped the snippet, and just a wave of engagement, a wave of testimonies, a wave of just people just like, oh my gosh, like we needed this, you know what I mean? Especially because this is the first song I've kind of dropped. This is the first time I dropped back to back at that point, because I dropped Truckin' Christmas in December, obviously, and then Stand On It, I dropped the snippet in January, so it was just like, oh shoot. And so literally after that, it was just like getting
teased it for 2 months.
like literally just been teaser after teaser. And I think honestly, we were going through like a lot of rough patches and just trying to record it, trying to get the mix together, because it's like you want it perfect. You want it to hit a certain way, and you just want to make sure you do things right. You know what I mean? But also, like, for me, it was always just about bringing the attention and awareness to it, because like I feel like there's something there that needs to be said. And I didn't want it to just be a out now type thing. Out now, you know. I felt like this needed to marinate, it needed to rest, and it needed to settle. And so just trying to get everything mixed together, and then, you know, we shot the video. I don't know how we got here, but we got here. But it's been a ride, and I'm grateful for every day for it.
Aren't you glad the Caribbean Girls video never went the way it was supposed to?
So
just because it fell into place the way it was.
So yes, I'm actually indebted to every single person that didn't show up, because honestly, that could have been the end all be all for me, could have been the end all be all for my marriage and everything like that. And so I'm just kind of happy that that didn't happen, because honestly, that was kind of all intertwined into like God saying like, yo, like you're about to go down a path, or you're about to do something very stupid that you can come back from, but it's gonna tear down everything first, and then you're gonna have to rebuild. And so I'm very happy that it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen at all. And also, you know, it turned out like the videographer, because we didn't shoot anything. Shout out Icons.
Yo, he's dope. Like, I know we're not promoting Temperature, but no lie, his eye on that video though.
His quality is just really dope, and just how he was able to set up the shots and stuff like that. And he's just a young, I mean, not, well, he's young, but you know, he's just a really hungry, talented artist who, you know, really loves his craft. You know what I mean? Is very knowledgeable too. Like, but yeah, like he was just like, yo, because we didn't shoot anything, nobody showed up for you, I got you. Like, you know, you don't got to pay me anything extra. Like, I'll hold on to this for any future video that you want to shoot. And honestly, we tried doing it for Truckin' Christmas, but that didn't happen for, you know, many reasons. And it was also the holidays, but it was for other reasons like logistics and stuff like that. Just logistics, it just wasn't really working out. But honestly, again, I think it was everything happens for your good, because honestly, we didn't do Truckin' Christmas, but Stand On It became an option. It became the only option. And I was like, oh, shoot, I didn't have the money to pay dude. So it was like, I got this free video, and it's for a song that needs it. It's for a song that just is going to be the song that I really do believe, like, even if we're not talking about fame and virality, it's just like, this is going to be a song that's just really going to help people. And so to have all that for the video, it's all shot at this point. This is the first time I feel like I'm ahead of the game. You know what I mean? It's all shot. And so we're just waiting to drop it. But when it drops, it's going to be crazy. But yeah, man, I think again, I'm just indebted to God, but I'm thanking God, but I'm indebted to every single person that did not show up. Thank you guys so much. Like, you don't even know what that did for me, for real, for real. Absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie. I told you I was already iffy because you had just put out Temperature.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, you could record it, but you and me were doing that back and forth over releasing. I'm like, bro, no.
I'll say, okay. If I take away hindsight 2020 in terms of how everything shaped up in my life, I still stand by, just from a marketing perspective, what that could have done as a back-to-back drop. It was solidified. Like, it was just imagine you drop 2 videos for songs that people love, and it's like, whoa. Like, I think that would have put me on a whole different type of momentum, which honestly I really didn't need to be on, for real. But yeah.
So just so everyone knows, the argument that was being said was, and this leads to my topic, would, after dropping Temperature, if he had dropped the video for Caribbean Girls, would have taken away from his momentum from Temperature, because everyone waited over a year and change for that to have a video for it to come out. Now goes to my question as far with artists. Do you feel, one, do you need to have consistent releases to keep yourself relevant, or is it more of a content thing?
One, I think every artist's release strategy is different depending on their fan base, depending on their output, depending on a lot of different circumstances, their resources, and their passion and stuff like that. So it's like there's no right or wrong way to do it. For me, it started off as just not necessarily being ready. When Temperature dropped, like at that time when it first dropped, like I didn't have anything in the tuck in 2024. Like, we had ideas, but nothing finished, and definitely like the resources at the time was very limited. And so, like, all we had was Temperature. Didn't really put much behind it, but it taught me a lot, because it taught me a lot about content creation, because for that whole month before Temperature came out, all it took was 1 month for me. We were dropping every day content, and the anticipation it built was insane. And then when it dropped, everyone kind of flocked to that song. I mean, honestly, it truly is my highest streamed song. You know what I mean? Can't even lie about that. But it's like, what I learned about that is that, at least for me, like, when you watch a season of TV, especially back in the days when it was like 21 episodes outside of this 8 to 10 episode stuff that we got today, most of that stuff,
Fuck you, Netflix.
most of that stuff was filler. And for me, I realized it was like, my release strategy is like, be intentional about the art that you create, one, so that when you are putting it out there, you're proud of it, you're happy about it, and you believe in it. And I try to make sure that the songs that come out are songs that I really feel like could really do something. And so I believe in it so much that I'm willing to promote a song for 2 months before it released, to give awareness. I think it starts with awareness, then you bring like attention, and then it just ends up being, okay, cool, now I want to convert to now listening to it, and I want to be a part of that journey with the artist. And I think oftentimes people are dropping a lot of music, so much music. And again, everyone's different, but sometimes what I've realized is you're dropping a lot of music and people can't. You ask your fans, name me 5 songs from that person's catalog. Some of them can't do that on a local indie level. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you think about the people that drop a lot in your indie space, like, sometimes you can't name this, like they'll literally just drop every month, and I'm like, bro, like, or even every week, and I'm like, I know Russ says that, and I'm like, listen, Russ can talk, because like, if there's anyone that knows about that, is Russ.
To be dropped every fucking week.
You feel what I'm saying? Especially at that time. But like, also, you got this guy now named Kyle Bethel. I'm a decent man from the city of demons. When that song came out, it was 2024 when I was dropping Temperature, we both was in a TikTok live trying to, ask for music reviews. He put that song in there, and, it got reviewed and stuff like that. And then I put my Temperature out there, it got reviewed, and then we both just kind of hit each other like, yo, we you're dope. We followed each other. And then after that, we didn't really talk, but he kept posting I'm a Decent Man, City of Demons, the name of the song, every single day, maybe 3 times a day on TikTok. That was in 2024. 2025, you start seeing numbers. Snoop Dogg, Doja, all these cosigns now. And then to the point where the joint got viral. And he still posts that song every day. His model didn't change. So at that point, I'm like, now granted, I'm not trying to be known for just one song, but I think that there's a model there of like, even Lola Brooke, like, don't play with it. Like, she was promoting that one song for a long time. If you believe in it, promote it. If you believe in it, put it in people's face. Why are you so focused on going to the next one? Because you feel like going to the next one means that you're doing something. Do you feel like if your song, if you only promote this song for like a few months, that means you're stagnant? No. That means that I want this song to be heard by so many people, and as much people as it allows and stuff like that. And I truly believe that I have something special with it. And I think a lot of artists, again, it's very different for each artist, but the ones that are doing it because they feel like they have to show that they're doing something by dropping everything, is like, what do you gain from that? Do people know your music? Can people recall to a time when you dropped it? I get people still talking about Temperature. I get people talking about Caribbean Girls. People will be like, bro, when you did that Truckin' Christmas song, that was different. And now stand on it.
I can name 6 Josh Banton songs from all of it.
And if you was around for VDP, then you know that. Like,
exactly. I'm ready. I got you. Okay. Got Perfect from VDP. You have Complicated from VDP.
Right.
I know you had one more, and it was off. I could tell you it was also the project that had the green yellowish cover.
EP2.
Yes. I can't tell you the name, but I forgot. But it's there.
Caffeine.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have you did the song with Live, Legendary. I'm going through your whole catalog right now.
I totally forgot about that one. Rest in peace, Ray Fame.
Yo, rest in peace, Fame. You've written a lot of songs for people, and I think a lot of people don't know that about you. You are an extremely talented writer.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Like, what people don't know is my man has awards. He don't want to brag about it because everyone critiques their own art in their own way, so we're gonna leave that part at that. But he had songs off of the actual VDP project that I'm so mad it's not on the platforms no more. I should have bought it when I had the chance.
I just listened to No Excuses the other day. It's on SoundCloud. We have access to the SoundCloud. It's on SoundCloud. But yeah, No Excuses, I think it's just I don't know, man. I have to listen to VDP at least once a year.
We got Temperature, then Caribbean Girls, but in between that, In Too Deep is there, even though
unreleased,
but still there. It's like the Weeknd's mixtapes. You gotta fucking still count it. Caribbean Girls I love you to death, but because I'm so biased to Temperature, Caribbean Girls didn't get my whole heart.
I mean, to be fair, especially when we revamped Temperature because we didn't really give it love, and then we did like the video for it. It kind of it. I think Temperature is the better song. I think Caribbean Girls was the better vibe. I guess like it was
for the summer, yeah.
For the summer, I think Temperature is a little bit. It lasts longer, but Caribbean Girls is like just very high octane energy, and maybe it was like a summer song, but in Temperature is like very much like that song that you play any time of the, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know. I just think that Temperature is definitely the better song. Caribbean Girls is really dope, and it's really dope. I think people really fell in love with Temperature in such a way that it just stuck with them. You know what I mean? So
it's like, remember when back in the day I used to do live Feel No Way remix versus the bootleg industry remix, and Feel No Way would always win.
Classic.
100%.
Classic, actually. Classic.
That's how I feel when it comes to Caribbean Girls and Temperature. And I know you're not going to be promoting those anymore, but that's still such a part of you that helps shape who you are now.
Yeah, I think when I wrote those songs, I had a chip on my shoulder, I had a chip on my shoulder to show that, like, I sat around and I saw people do all the things that I wanted to do. And I just was like, oh, this was me before, like when I was dropping these songs and everything like that. Like, and I still have like a competitive edge, but it's very different now. It's coming from a whole different place now. But at the time, I was just like, I really had a chip on my shoulder. Like, I feel like y'all don't know what good music is, or like what a hit is, or like what's a, all that type of stuff. And I was like, like we did that VDP, we did that like on a regular basis,
back to back.
Subjectively. But like, I think not like, so when Temperature and Caribbean Girls, it was like, okay, cool. Like the idea is like, how do you top Temperature? It was like, that was my goal. And I was like, did we top it? I don't know. But I think we came close. I think Caribbean Girls is a good runner-up. And so I think, I don't know, at that time, it was just really just trying to prove a point that I'm a really skilled writer, But now it's not even about, and then also it's just like at that time too, it was really, we really had a project in the works, and the songs were like almost done. Like it was, and I was literally I felt like I was dropping the best indie project within my peer group, and I was just so focused on the wrong things in that way. But I was like, like we're like, this is gonna do crazy.
Feel like because you fit that Josh Banton, you did the Lex Banton persona for so long, when you went solo, you kind of felt like you had to keep that going or show that you're a more refined version of it?
Oh yeah, I think because one, I was calling myself, I was living somebody else's perception of me, right? Like Lex Banton was like, that was a name given to me. And it's to be fair, it was like a really dope name. You know what I mean? It just wasn't me. But that persona at that time was just like very much trying to be, just up in your face, real Caribbean raw patois energy. And then when I was trying to kind of figure out what I wanted to do solo wise, I was just like, well, then what does that look like in 2024? But honestly, what it just ended up being is just a guy behind a facade, you know what I mean? That just never really found who he was, And so it's silly to think about now. But at that time, yeah, I was bringing in like that. I was bringing in that, like that type of energy for real.
Describe this chapter of your life in one word and why. This new chapter.
Servant. Servant. And if not servant, obedience, but servant. I'm here to serve. I'm here to not be selfish and not, and not try to withhold who I am, who I praise, whose I am, and making it bold. And whatever it is that he wants me to do, I want to be able to be ready and to be available to serve in whatever capacity that means. Like there's a situation coming up in May. Can't really say too much yet, but there's a situation coming up in May.
No, it's not the give back, guys. I wish it was.
Apologies for that. But it's a really good opportunity, but it's a real situation coming up in May that, like, I don't think my songs or what I was doing before would have fit that, the season that I was in before would have fit that. And it's like this season in my life is opening up so many different spaces and so many different desires and wills to just kind of go out to the people and really kind of just touch the people and see them get changed, see them get transformed. And so, yeah, man, like that's just where we're at for real.
So it is our anniversary special. First of all, as someone that's seen you grow from VDP being on the stage and seeing you now, I'm always here like proud of you, and I'm so happy that when I told you 2 years ago, listen, just trust me, do the road to the give back, and you actually listened to me. The one time my advice paid off. I'm just saying. I'm so happy to really just be on this journey with you and see it come full circle. So to have you on the anniversary, an anniversary special, it's really like everything really came full circle. But to you, what does it mean to get RAWRR? I gotta ask. I never asked you that.
And it's not like a laugh at you.
I know it's fine because I laugh at myself. Because I'll do it to mom. Mommy, do you get RAWRR? Do you go RAWRR? Ma, go RAWRR. And she's like...
When was the last time you explained what RAWRR was? Like the meaning behind it? Like Rawrrzone. Like when was the last time you explained that?
I've actually publicly explained it like the only 2 times someone ever asked me, what does it mean to get RAWRR? And it always felt... So, all right, let me backtrack this, right? Because getting RAWRR... the motto of it actually came from the motto for my sorority.
See, I don't know the story, yo. I don't know the story.
So I'm a sister of Beta Chi sorority Inc. from my own college, now university. And the thing was to be mutually mindful of each other, of one heart and one soul, right? So the process of getting RAWRR came from just being mutually mindful of yourself and celebrating that to the fullest extent. And then I emphasized it more so last year, because I almost, like, I've said it here, I've almost died, mom's apartment burned down, she almost died, Mello almost died, I got out of a 4-year relationship and my life changed and I'm expected to be all of this. And then I was just like, why am I not, like you said, I'm not being authentic to myself because I wasn't happy. No one heard from me for 6 months.
I know what that's like.
You got mad at me for the same reason I got mad at you.
Type stuff. That's why I said I get it now for sure. Yeah.
And I'm like, to get RAWRR is to just be unapologetically yourself and to be happy with it. Because if you're not happy with it, how can you expect someone else to be happy? Absolutely.
1,000%. And so I take that and I flip it to me and say that I guess getting RAWRR is... Sorry.
I got him to say it.
I can't not. This is your platform. I got it.
I made him crack, guys.
Oh.
Kayfabe is not real.
I guess getting raw to me is just like you said, just being boldly and authentically you in any situation, not compromising, not bowing down to any type of insecurities, anything that says you're supposed to be this or whatever the case may be, and just literally living in who you are called to be. And I think for me that has truly been the highlight of this time, is finding who I am and still finding who I am. But now I walk with a different type of confidence. I think I said it before, but it's like, I walk lighter now, but I walk heavy because I walk lighter because I feel like I let go of a lot of things that were not for me. And one of them was inauthenticity. You know what I mean? Just being completely inauthentic and just not necessarily and pretending and putting on. So now I walk a little bit lighter because now I'm walking in who I'm supposed to be. But also I'm walking heavy because of who I'm supposed to be, because who I'm supposed to be has purpose. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I think that's what getting raw is in my life and what it is now. You know what I mean? Granted, I don't necessarily use that phrase when communicating that, but but I guess now,
stand on it.
Yes, and I guess I'm gonna stand on getting raw.
Yeah, yeah. I needed someone to do it. I had to get him to break. So, as you go into the Stand On It era, one, what has your audience looked like? Since you said you got rid of the unnecessary. And that also goes with your audience, because once you shift in demographic, your audience will either tend to shift with you or don't shift at all. Look at The Weeknd, look at different eras of him, whether you follow it or not. Even Sam Smith, look at him, the different eras of Sam Smith. Whether what is this release shown you so far?
I don't know. I think my audience has not necessarily wavered. I think it's just grew, which is surprising, because if that was one thing I was always nervous about, because Stand On It is the manifestation of years of going back and forth, because this is like, I've asked God to like figure like, hey man, like if it's supposed to be this route that I'm supposed to be taking, this is like years ago. I was like, well then how do I make a song like this? And then it's like I couldn't get a song that I really thought, I was making songs that I thought should be how this would sound. And then after that, the next fear is like, okay, well, what are people going to think? Because they're used to hearing me talk about this, that, and the third. They never really heard me talk about this. And then it's like, does that mean, especially for people who don't believe, especially for people who have been, hurt by the religion and or just kind of like, hey, I don't listen. I respect what you're talking about, but that's not what I subscribe to you for. That's not what I, supported you for. Like, I came because you give vibes when it comes to the Caribbean stuff and everything like that, and you talk about this, that, and the third. And so what I thought was going to happen was I thought that I was going to get a shift in those things, and because of those reasons. But honestly, the people that were supporting me, actively supporting me during those eras and stuff like that, were with me through Trucking Christmas, were with me through are standing with me through Stand On It. But I'm also gaining people along the way. I'm gaining people who are believers. I'm gaining people who are not, but they respect how bold it is to talk about these things, talk about this, to go from like, what you were talking about before to talking about, who God is in your life and the testimony. And then like I'm gaining like people who, of different, creeds and races and all this type of stuff. And it's just like, yeah, I don't really see a wavering. I just see more of an expansion. And that is surprising. It's overwhelming at times. But I'm also like, I feel like I know I'm leaning on God to really figure out how to navigate that, especially, just making sure that I don't get caught up in all the noise,
So as we're reaching an hour and 20 mark, right?
Wow.
I told you the night went by fast, baby boy. It went by quick. I want you to do I want to do this one or do I want to? No. All right, finish this sentence for me, right? 2026 will be the year that
2026 will be the year that lives will be transformed, hearts will be healed, people will be saved, and music will be made at a much higher rate. And 2026 will just be the year that we strive for what God wants. Yeah.
And that's the bottom line because Josh Banton said so.
Oh, you beat me to it. Okay. Banton, for sure. Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't believe we've been here 9 years and we're still going for God knows what reason. But I guess we're going to stand on it. See what I did there?
As it should be. And this is for 9 years of the Rawrrzone.
9 years of the Rawrrzone.
I'll just say this, man, real quick. Shout out
7 official seasons, 9 years.
Absolutely. I'm gonna just say this real quick. Shout out to the Rawrrzone because you guys gotta understand, man. Like, and I thought about this a while ago, but just I want to say this publicly. When people show you who you are, believe them. And when people show up for you, treat them well. The Rawrrzone, in all of its iterations, has been probably the biggest supporter in regards to a platform. Has been the biggest supporter of my career in its collective day, in its group day, in its hiatus when there was complete inactivity, and then it's in its return. You know what I mean? We've gone on to do some things, but like the constant is Rawrrzone. Having a platform for me, even when I didn't have anything to put on or to highlight, I won't forget that, and I can never forget that, and I'm always indebted to that and grateful because people don't do that. What are you bringing to my platform? Nothing. If that includes a radio interview, if that includes an interview in general, or even like a chance to co-host, like I got a chance to host something. Like I never got a chance to do that, and Rawrrzone gave me that. If that's a stage, you know what I mean? Like if there's anything I can always count on is that, and I think I don't deserve that, and I think a lot of people just take certain things for granted, but it's like when you have someone, anything that believes in you the way that Rawrrzone has supported me, I just believe you always got to keep them fully aware of how grateful you are, and I'm grateful to you. I'm grateful to your platform. Just thank you for always providing a home. You know what I mean, for my music in any type of state that is in, and all that type of stuff, which is just another thing. Just like it doesn't matter what it is, you know what I mean. It's just that you're always there in regards to just highlighting and spotlighting. So thank you for what you do for indies. Thank you for what you do for creatives. And we cheers to another 9 years and beyond. And happy birthday, Rawrrzone, for sure.
Guys, thank you everyone for tuning into this special. Now, mind you, this wasn't 100% planned. This was like, I want to say a good 25% planned. Because once again, Maz, you kind of sucked for this. You took way too long to get my GLT reunion happening, so this is what caused an anniversary episode. But he's gonna watch this and be like, "What the fuck, Katie?" But he still would be the only person that can get me on video and sing Deuces with, so I can't get mad.
Deuces.
Josh is the only one that had this video. 9 years, it's really crazy because I don't understand up to this day who thought it was a good idea to give the photographer a microphone and thought she could do this shit. As I always tell people, because we did the virtual press release thing, I'm like, Josh, I'm not getting on fucking camera. You can hear my voice. I promise I won't curse, but you're not getting me on camera. And then he got me on camera now. I'm like, okay, I got you. You know, I do everything here, and I'm grateful this turned into something that it makes my friends proud, it makes my mom proud, it makes my nieces and my godkids proud. From getting to meet people like R-Truth, and I got to have Akon in this very room that we're sitting in, and to meet Redman, and like a lot of people would think the token white girl couldn't get this far. And it sucks for all of you guys, but haha, I did it. So to all of the guests that have been on the show, to everyone that's contributed in some way, Rock, I need to give you a major shout out. You are the person that made the original logo for Welcome to the Rawrrzone that you see on the microphones. He made our original promos for the Rawrrzone picks. Shout out to Live that did the original graphics for Monday Night Roar. I'm always gonna be grateful to you. All the past co-hosts before this became a solo thing, shout out to all of you guys, all the special guest co-hosts. Shit. So many people to think, and I'm not trying to sound neglecting of nobody, because I am extremely grateful. A lot of shows and a lot of platforms didn't last past the pandemic, and you guys still chose to stick around with me. So I'm really just forever grateful to all of you. But we're on the road to the give back, so please support us, meet us at Single Hall. If you want to perform, hit us up ASAP, or tell Josh you want to perform so he could put it on my radar, because I'm usually oblivious to the world when the next day comes. Once again, Josh, where can they find you?
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Josh Banton, live on set, live on. It's been live on the Rawrrzone, man. You can find me everywhere at Josh Banton. 2 N's. Don't forget it, because you can't find me without it. And yeah, man, stay tuned for everything that we got going on, man. It's gonna be a really good year, for sure.
Man, this was Welcome to the Rawrrzone. You can find us everywhere at rawrzonenyc.com. Everywhere at Rawrrzone NYC. Follow the shows in Rawrrzone Media. New logo, by the way.
Boom, baby.
Boom, baby. Remember, follow In the House Podcast, Gorilla Talk Podcast. Catch Ivy Speaks both on Substack and on podcast platforms. I said Gorilla Talk already?
No.
Catch the Gorilla Talk Podcast with myself, Ace Bradley, Anthony, and Hazel the iZombie. We are gearing up also for a Ramble Mania comeback. Rest in peace, 6. We love you. We miss you. It is rest in peace, Fame. You guys are all integral parts of this, and without you guys, I couldn't have done a lot of things. In Rawrrzone form, it wouldn't be a proper send-off if I didn't play this.
I've got one more thing to say, and it'll only take me a second. I've got 2 words that I want you all to remember. They're very important. And if I leave you with anything, I'm going to leave you with these 2 words. And those 2 words are, I'm Batman.
Good night, guys.
Yeah.